The Pittsburgh football stadium was a sea of faces, each one filled with rapt anticipation as they eagerly awaited the grand entry of their esteemed leader onto the stage. An announcer with a voice of cinematic timbre boomed over the stadium's speakers. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next president of the United States, Pittsburgh's favorite son, Jackson Piper." The symphony was replaced by a lone male voice singing the falsetto opening lines of Styx's Renegade, the fight song of every Pittsburgh sports team since the early 2000s. "Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law." Two heartbeats from the drum. Still no sight of Jackson Piper. Dry ice vapors filled the stage now. Phones flashed to capture the scene. Thousands more lit their phones' flashlights to pay tribute to the entrance of their gladiator to the darkened stadium. Then a chorus of singers joined in for another line. "Oh, mama, I can hear you a-crying. You're so scared and all alone. Hangman is coming down from the gallows and I don't have very long." A band joined in for an electrifying rendition of the 1970s rock anthem. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Jackson Piper appeared to emerge from the shadow of the bull moose that consumed center stage. He wore a navy blue suit with a matching vest, a red tie, and a crisp white shirt. His beard was full but neatly trimmed, and his hefty 6.5 frame filled the stage as he marched forward confidently. He smiled and waved to the cheering sea of moose as they called themselves now. His smile was bright and gracious. For 5 straight minutes he acknowledged their applause, trying to quiet them, but his motions only ignited their cheering further. Finally, a podium rose from the stage, and 2 projectors flanked it to display his speech, which was only a precaution since Piper had devoted the entire speech to memory over the past 4 days. Jackson Piper stood at the simply podium, taking in the sight of 70 talented people smiling and cheering, calling his name repeatedly. Piper took a breath. He closed his eyes and thought of his deceased mom and dad, wishing they had lived long enough to see their son achieve such a moment of accomplishment. Piper's speech began thundering and powerful with a declaration of war. "I come before our new party tonight, the American people and the citizens of the world, to declare the terrible reign of America's first despot, posing as the president, will come to an end in 200 days if we unite, wake up, and shake off the shackles of complacency that have brought America to its knees." The crowd erupted at the fierce opening. "Russell Warner, you have goaded on bullies and thugs. You have excused the actions of thieves and criminals. You have jailed your opponents." Cheers erupted from the crowd as they whistled and clapped in excitement at the mere mention of Governor Lawrence. Her name was like a beacon, drawing the attention and adoration of all those gathered in the stadium. "You labeled me, libeled me, and likened me to a treasonous insurgent. You have threatened my wife, ridiculed my children, and called the brave men and women around me names I will not repeat. You have refused to respect our party, denied this campaign Secret Service protection, and used the CIA, FBI, and Department of Defense as political instruments to spy, intimidate, and prosecute those who would oppose you. You are a classless thug, Russell, and our country deserves better than you. You claim to be defending America, but the truth is, I am the real renegade, Russ. I've come to defend Lady Liberty from you." A fury not heard in Piper's campaign speeches since New Hampshire returned to the young candidate's voice. In the White House, President Warner was in the residence, glued to the screen and foaming at the mouth at the insults hurled with conviction from Pennsylvania's former senator. Angry and seeking to retaliate, albeit sooner than planned, Warner lifted his phone and dialed Senator Powers. "Yes," answered Powers, afraid to not answer the call. He could not bring himself to watch his former roommate's speech. "Smoke the motherfucker, Sterling. Send the email," ordered President Warner.